Well, hello, everybody. It is Heidi Kaisend at Hen and Chick Studio in Conrad, Iowa. Welcome. And Ruby says, thank you for joining us this evening. But she was tired and she went home to take a nap. Yeah. So that's the life of a dog, right? She sleeps all day, sleeps all evening, sleeps all night. But it was a little fun, having a little fun today. So if you saw our social media post with Ruby in it, I know I will be telling her this evening, all of you that joined me. But we have several different things to talk about today, and I wanted to take a few minutes and say thank you for following us. Absolutely know that it's fun to have so many people come to Hen and Chick Studio, whether it's virtually or in person. And that is one reason why I love it, that you jump in the comments and tell me where you are watching from, because it fills my heart to know that we are spreading creativity coast to coast. All of us here work hard trying to inspire you and to give you ideas of what your next project should be. And I hope I do a little bit of that yet this evening. Okay, so first of all, have you heard that we have a new game going on next week? Next week is going to be the Great Chick List Off. And it is going to be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday at 3 p.m. Central every day right here on Facebook Live. The idea is that you're going to show up. I am going to give you a letter. I'm going to give you some categories, and you're going to have fun making a list. And I haven't quite figured out yet how we're doing prizes, but by Monday at 3 o'clock, I'll have figured that out, and I'll tell you, okay? But you know, I love to give away stuff. So there's no better time than to come and have fun and have the potential of winning something. And hi, Lori. Hi, Carolyn. Nice to have you. And I'm going to have to check and see where David City, Nebraska is. My son is now living in Nebraska, and so I'm paying more attention to what happens over in that next door state. All right. Well, and Carolyn got a text. Carolyn, awesome. I have to tell you that we have found another workaround. I used to use one program for texting, and I had to switch and go to another one. And we lost a lot of you in that process. But it is now easier than ever. And all you really need to do is let me know you want to be on the text list. And I have a method for doing that. And so anyway, so if you absolutely want to receive text messages from us, one of two things. Call us at the store. I know it takes a phone call, but that first phone call will get you taken care of. So that's 641-366-3336. Or you can send us an email at info@henandchickstudio.com, and we'll make with the cell phone number you want, and then I'll get you texted. So I'm hoping that there are a lot of new people today because of the texting. We've been working hard to get all of the people who had tried to subscribe were awaiting confirmation. So I've been working on that. Oh, I just love that people keep jumping in and telling us where you're watching from. And I see that city in Nebraska is just west of Omaha. So, all right. So the Great Chick List Off next Monday, April 28th, 5 days in a row, 3 p.m. Central, Facebook Live, right here. And you know, I always make it possible that if you can't watch live, you can watch the replay. You'll still get to participate one way or the other. And we even have a website page already designed to be able to put those videos up there. It'll be henandchickstudio.com/list, LIST. So that will be our go-to page for the list if you can't find the videos on Facebook. All right. Love seeing so many people jump on. Keep jumping on. I'm Heidi, and I'm in Conrad, Iowa at Hen and Chick Studio. Where are you from? I feel like I could do a cheer. Okay. All right. I'll stop there. Okay. Now, the other thing that I announced this week is we are doing a sew-along with a new pattern by Patrick Lose. And if you have seen, I know many of you have started to download the materials list And it is all at henandchickstudio.com/sparkle. And there's an interview with Patrick Lose that you can watch. It's all there. Few of you have asked, could you see the pattern? I don't have a problem with this. We can do this one of two ways. So like this would be alert, alert, alert. If you do want to treat this like a mystery quilt and you just want to see how we're going to unveil it, then in the next 30 seconds, you're going to want to go like this, close your eyes, don't look, whatever. Okay. Because what's going to happen is on May 12th, I'm going to unveil block number 1. The following week, block number 2, then we skip a week because it's Memorial Day. So I think it then becomes June 2nd, something like that, will be, I don't think that's right, June, whatever, the first Monday of June will be block 3, and maybe it's the 2nd, maybe it is. And then the 9th, something like that, is going to be when we unveil the entire instructions for the whole quilt. Okay? So, but I know some of you don't like mystery quilts. I'm okay with that. This is supposed to be fun. More fun, less stress. So, okay? But if you want to treat this like a mystery quilt, then close your eyes. Don't look. I'm giving you plenty of warning. Okay? Because here comes it's not a great picture because it's just on a piece of paper. But here is the quilt. Are you ready? Okay, because I gave you the materials list. Okay, here we go. This is going to be the quilt. I am loving it with all of these stars, and that is exactly why I feel like there's stars sparkling on the quilt top. And Patrick has done just a great job looking at, making those bright colors pop off that page. So, okay, there you go. That is, right the moment, that is the general gist. I will be getting a better photo up on the website again. Kind of do if you don't want to see it, you want to treat it as a mystery quilt, go for it. But this is fun. There's no high stakes at this. But, I'll probably have some type of prize for getting the quilt done and posting it. And of course, just because his looks this way, that doesn't mean yours has to look the same, right? I love that about all of the challenges that we have done in the past, is to say, this is what Patrick saw, right? When he made that quilt. What do you see? And it can be different. It can be dark with light colors. It can be, scrappy background, all sorts of things. So absolutely, do not think that yours has to look like this. And I'm glad you're liking the sneak peek. Okay, there'll be more. I will do more for you, but that is the gist of what is happening. Okay, so if you did not want to see, and so you've closed your eyes and you've just been listening, of course, open them back up now. Open them back up because we're ready to keep going here. And hi, Karen and Tammy and Susan and Judy. I love it seeing so many people. Okay. I'm going to try and think which direction to go next. Okay, the next thing I'm going to show you is the new All Iowa Shop Hop fabric. I kept it very, very, very simple. Very, very simple this year. Okay? So, as a reminder, you can purchase the All Iowa Shop Hop fabric immediately, but it cannot leave the store until June 1st, which is when the shop hop occurs. Now, if you order a magazine, we can ship those to you because you got to have the magazine to plan the trips to all the shops. So the shop hop magazine can leave the store, but not the fabric. That's the rule, okay? And we don't bend that rule because we want to stay in the shop hop. Okay, so I only got 2 things, okay? Number 1, I got this fabric, which is the quilt blocks and then the county names. The SKU number on this is 15588. Again, there it is. It has different quilt blocks with the different county names on it. I have about 5 yards of that, and that is it. Okay. Then I got the panel. Okay, let me get it up back here. Let me get back here. here is the panel. Says Iowa at the top, and then all those quilt blocks that were floating around on that other fabric are now found in the state. I have not confirmed that they match, whatever, but, and I think there was sort of, oh yeah, they do match. This is Grundy County right here, I can tell. Grundy County and we're located right here. We're right here in Grundy County, about at the tip of that, somewhere in here, but that is Grundy County because I can tell because the piece is taken out. So they've actually, it looks like, tried to make the map fairly accurate. I love it. I do not know the SKU. Let me see. I think it is 15587 for the panel. It is approximately 30 inches by 42 inches, somewhere in that ballpark. And I have 8 just panels, okay? Because you're thinking to yourself, well, that wasn't like a full bolt, Heidi. Well, because we decided that we wanted to make one kit. And it is, maybe I'll take the pattern out. I think Diana put it in here. Yes, she did. I'm taking it apart. Sorry, Diana. Okay, we have the Punch Up Your Panel free downloadable pattern. So you can get this pattern immediately on our website if you wanted to. And there are 3 options. There's that black and white one with the checkerboard. And then on the back, there are 2 more options where the inserts, one is triangle squares and one is kind of an offset piece. So what we did was we gave you plenty of fabric and a panel so that you could choose whichever of the 3 that you want. So, of course, you're going to get one panel, and then you're going to get the green fabric and this taupe colored fabric are the 2, the light and dark. We thought the light looked really nice also next to this piece, which is the outer border. So this is technically inner border, and then these 2 are used for triangle squares, checkerboard, or that other little insert. And this kit is already up on the website, so you can purchase it. So I have 10 of them, and we are not making a store sample, so all of them will be used for you guys, because I think we can all envision that. And of course, I envision that that insert would be, well, it could be at the top, or I would say at the bottom. So that is the kit. If you type in Shop Hop, I think everything will come up. I'll try to put the links in there later. So thank you, Corrine, for that kudos to us about the kit idea. But that's, again, what you're getting. The panel, the free pattern, and then these 2 lovely coordinating prints with that as the border. Okay? So we've got that. Now, the other day I showed you new store samples. I just wanted to show you again how pretty the fabrics are all put together as we're working on kitting them. The first quilt was Tranquility, and it was just this little foursome down here using this beautiful blue cottage charm as the border. It was blue and yellow, and these are the fabrics that you've got, and a little bit of green in the center. So anyway, and the green is also the binding. So that kit is officially on the website for sale, and it's called Cottage Charm Tranquility Quilt Kit. Okay? I got too many things here. The other one that we showed you, and it looks like I took the pattern out of here, but it is, or I didn't grab one with the pattern. It is the Perkins Dry Goods Strawberry Tart. So the pattern in the kit, if you type in strawberry tart, it's all going to come up. And it was these beautiful fabrics, kind of little blossoms, and this was the border. We've already gotten a phone call today. This fabric is sold out, so there's no more of this floral. These are all Lori Holt fabrics, and so you can find those. So strawberry tart, and that's going to find you there. And then the other one that we showed, and it's actually right behind me here. I'll get my finger in the right place. right back here, this bright colored one, that is the Cutting Edge Quilt Kit. The pattern is from Studio Art Designs. I loved the look of it, so I kind of stuck with it. And we are using the white, gray, and black. These 3 pieces are from Country Fresh. That is Sarah Maxwell. And then the bright color pieces are all from the Dimples collection of Andover. And I just think it is a stunning quilt. And it's just going to add a lot of brightness. And you can maybe see it pointing out from underneath. But we used a wonderful wide back that was equally bright, a kaleidoscope one, and very fun for that. So, okay, and let's see. Then, oh, I also showed you the zippy strippy bags. They are also now on the website. Look how cute this kit is. With all those Sunday brunch fabrics, some Terry Atkinson zippers, and of course you get the fusible fleece. There is more than enough fabric in here to make the 3 bags. And probably enough interfacing to make additional bags. All you would need is additional zippers, or maybe decide to make something else with it. But the fabrics in here are generous because they're just so beautiful that, like, who could cut less than a fat quarter? So it's all fat quarters, except there's one piece that's 3/8 of a yard piece. That's what you need to do the lining of the biggest bag. Okay, so very good. And hello to Jan and Lois. I love seeing so many familiar faces. That's awesome. Okay, and then just a little bit of an update. Thursday, I think way back to Thursday. Thursday, we did a voting on, I gave you 8 piece tree patterns. Let me tell you, the staff has been so busy cutting, folding, packaging. They're doing just a great job, and I want to show you a couple of what we've got, and they're online, ready to buy. So if you liked one of these patterns and are inspired, you will be able to grab them. So the first one is, we talked about Maple Mambo, and I think this one could look so good in so many different ways, but I chose Rambling Rose, which is this beautiful collection from Renee Nanneman. And so there's your light. And then each of the leaves are made from, this is the binding right there. It's sideways, but this piece right here is the binding. And then all of these colors are going to be, I would call them the leaves in this Maple Mambo. So that one, again, if you type in Maple Mambo, for sure you're going to get the pattern and the kit. So we did that one. And then I'm telling you, there's more in the works. There's definitely more in the works, but we just don't have them all done. Oh, is anybody still back in the office? Could you grab the pattern for the kit, the big kit of Conway Cottage? Did we leave it there, that log cabin? Yep. Thank you. There's always something I forget. Thank goodness I've got good people to help me. Okay, so then another pattern that we talked about last Thursday was Turnover, and the striking possibilities with this 2-color quilt. And you guys seem to really like that. And I was going to say there is one, right up here. Right up here. Let me grab this. So this is a fall colored one. Here it is. Here is, look how very interesting it looks. I'm going to say with the colors and stuff. So this is the fall Turnover. We do have a kit for that as well. So we picked 3 more combinations. Are you ready? White and black. Black and white. I want to see what it looks like in the reverse. So I thought that would be really cool. And because I can't stop loving sagewood, we had to do one in the Turnover pattern too. So that is one of the fabrics. And then this pink. So the light and the dark are the pink and the floral. And then this is the binding, is that little flower. And that one is Here, I can turn it over. That's QK2560. And isn't that adorable? So Sagewood in the churnover. So 3 churnover versions. And then another one that we showed you last Thursday was cotton reels. And it is just another great pattern from Peachtree. And another collection that we're just loving is Sunday Brunch. And so we picked out 3 pieces. Now, here's another example of that I try to make it possible for you to have a few options. I believe I'm going to just pull it out. So the pattern calls for 1/8 of a yard of the dark, 3/8 of the accent, and the light is 3/8. So of course we're envisioning that the light, the dark, the accent, right? But I made them all 3/8 of a yard. That way, in case you see something slightly different than we do, you have options. So there's just a little bit of extra fabric in there, all worked into the kit. So there is that great, and that one is QK2562. All right, Cam. Oh, maybe it's on my desk.
I looked through your desk.
Oh, who knows? Okay, well.
I'll up here and look just to make sure.
No, it was back there at one point. Well, let me just tell you, the gals have been cutting and cutting and cutting. Because Conway Cottage, which we unboxed the other day, it's a Karen Lewis collection from Andover, came with a free downloadable pattern called Courthouse Cottage. You're not seeing it? No. So anyway, that pattern already free on the website, ready for you to download. The kits are already built and ready for you to purchase. It includes fat quarters from almost the entire collection, and then half yards from quite a few of the lights. So a lot of great fabric to work with. There's 2 wide backs kind of thing, and there was also a free pattern from the Freckles collection. So again, we're still working on getting all these finessed on the website, but if you type in Conway Cottage, you're going to see a lot of good stuff that's going to pop up, and you're going to be able to find that, all those pretty quick. And again, I'll put some links in there as we get that updated too. Okay, so I want to double check here that we talked about that, we talked about that, we did that one. All right. I love lists. That's why we're making lists next week. Who doesn't love a good list, right? Because it keeps me on track. I know what I'm doing. Maybe not. But anyway, we like to have a lot of fun here at Hen and Chick Studio in Conrad, Iowa. We'd love to have you come in and walk into our store, come to our retreats and stay with us for a few days. But we're also so thankful for all of you who follow us virtually, online, and we love you participating just as well from afar as we do those of you who participate here in person. So I think that is all I've got today. I hope that you'll be making lists with us next week. I see Carolyn likes a good list. Awesome. And by all means, now you've got a little bit more inspiration on the Patrick Lowe Sew the Sparkle Sew Along. All right, everybody, have a great day. Have a good evening, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye.